think it's shameful.
But one politician who is making changes is Larry Krasner, a longtime civil rights attorney who happens to be the newly elected district attorney of Meek Mill's hometown, Philadelphia.
I mean, we call ourselves the land of freedom. We ought to be the land of freedom. And what we are, in fact, is the most incarcerated country in the world, with 5% of the world's population and 25% of the world's prisoners. It is un-American.
Is the answer to lock fewer people up?
The answer is absolutely to lock fewer people up. We have been conducting criminal justice with a chainsaw instead of a scalpel. We have not been focusing on the 6% of criminals who commit 60% of the crime because we're so busy locking up everybody.
How do you help people understand that the system can work for them when they're seeing what they believe is a huge injustice?
You change it. I mean, the only way that you can convince people that there's integrity in prosecution is by trying to prosecute with integrity. And I'm not speaking of myself, because I truly view this as a movement.
Shortly after taking office this year, Krasner set out this internal memo to his prosecutors, laying out new guidelines that many criminal justice experts have called groundbreaking.
And those guidelines are based on science rather than intuition. We all accept science in medicine. I don't know why we don't accept science in criminal justice.
The new guidelines are designed to reduce the prison population and bring fairness to sentencing.
We have a policy that you don't ask for more than 6 months for a technical violation of probation or parole, absent extraordinary circumstances. And often our position will be don't violate them at all. Let's find alternative ways other than jail, other than spending more of the taxpayers' money on jail.
In the case of Meek Mill's probation, the district attorney's office requested no jail time at all, but the judge sent him away for 2 to 4 years.
It would be your position, though, that his case stands as a symbol of what's wrong with the criminal justice system?
I think a lot of people view it that way. Of course, you know, the irony here is that no one lifted up a poor person. No one lifted up someone who's not famous. No one lifted up someone whose, alleged technical violations may even be less serious.
There are a lot of Meek Mills in the system.
There are a lot of Meek Mills who are not privileged and do not have access to the resources.
I salute that guy with all my heart, Larry Krasner, with the approach he came into Philadelphia with trying to put a stop to mass incarceration.
Meek understands all too well, after his decade-long journey through the justice system, that his case is hardly unique.
I think we always been divided in America, where it's always black and white. I don't really call it black and white. A lot of black people are in prison. A lot of Spanish men are in prison. A lot of these laws and policies are made to keep most of these minorities trapped forever. I'm still doing time for that case.
If I think about how much the world has changed as a result of the Me Too movement, I think Meek Mill will be to criminal justice reform, in a lot of ways, what's happened with the Me Too movement. So I think he's going to shine a giant light on this incredible problem that we have. I think he's going to help to make it significantly better.
He's able to actually, make himself a catalyst for some real change. So, I hope that this isn't something that he takes for granted.
Is there a special responsibility now? You're free. You've had all these people, rally to your cause. Do you feel now that you're on a bigger platform?
Yeah,
This trust.
I feel like God put me in a position to be the voice for the voiceless.
It's a responsibility, he says, that he takes to heart.
At this point, it's not all about me having the light to shine on my situation. It's about the thousands of others that's caught up in that situation. How can we fix young black men going to jail for frivolous reasons and other young children growing up without fathers in their homes, and the cycle continuing of young black men going to prison?
What would you say to them in general, the folks that rally to your cause?
I would say let's continue. Let's retire the Free Meek Mill hashtag and make it hashtag justice reform.
That's all for now. I'm Lester Holt. Thanks for joining us.